I should actually have a week's money in that bank account.
No, not yet. You shouldn't.
And why not? If it's been a week, it should have already gone through. And it takes 3 working days. Yeah, but you told me from the 10th.
You signed on for the last 2 weeks. So today, you've made your declaration for the last 2 weeks. So why would you have been paid, Peter? You wouldn't have been paid.
Yeah, but you working out. It works out to 3 weeks. It does.
Right. Hold on. Let's look at this. Right. You signed on today, which is the 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the 16th, you're paid from the 4th of March to the 16th of March. So why would you have money in your bank from the 10th? Because you haven't signed for it yet. You've just signed for that week. Today, have you not?
I've just signed on, yeah.
Yeah. The 16th, which is from the 4th of March
Yeah.
to the 16th of March.
And when did I get suspended? On the 17th of last month.
17th.
1 week?
So
No.
you've gone 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah.
Exactly.
It's 3 weeks.
You see what I'm on about? It always lands on 3 weeks for you lot. Now, according to the law...
Hold on, Peter, hold on. Let me explain to you why it lands as 3 weeks, why it's landed as 3 weeks.
Right, go on.
When I did it on the 17th, yeah, I did it on the 17th, which is signing day today. So when you didn't get your money on Monday, because you got your suspension on, that's when you came in to see me. So you'd waited another 3 days, because you signed on the 3rd.
Hang on a minute. No, on the 7th. No, I didn't. On the 17th, you said, and that was last month. That was 3 weeks ago.
No.
We're working it.
Oh, will you just listen to what I'm saying?
Go on, you explain, and I just know these things.
On the 17th.
Exactly. You suspended me on the 17th. It even says that.
Right. Are you going to listen to me, or are you just going to keep going off on one? Because I can't explain it if you just keep going off on one.
Go on, continue.
The 17th, right, is when you were suspended from, which is the Thursday, because I've explained to you that you do everything on a Wednesday, so any changes that happen on a Thursday.
Yeah, because they asked you about would I get paid this time, and you said yeah, but the next time it'll get affected.
16th, that's right. So, on the 17th, you weren't signing because you signed on the 16th. So on the 17th, I changed it and sent it to the decision maker. Yeah? You signed on again on the 2nd of March. Yeah? You signed on the 2nd of March. Yeah, because it's 2 weeks after the 16th.
Yeah, and then I realised the week after that I didn't get paid.
Just let me explain. So you did it on the 2nd. Yeah? And then when you hadn't got paid, you came in to see me on the 7th. Is that correct?
It would have been a Monday, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I got in contact with Bolton.
On the Monday. But because you signed on then, you wait 3 days for it to go in the bank, and then you found out you hadn't got any money. That's when you asked me to change it.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it gets to 3 weeks. Because it was only changed on the 7th and everything only happened.
No, hang on.
Pay week. Yes.
On the 7th, I changed my information on the 17th.
No, you changed it in what you wanted on the 17th.
Exactly, yeah, and then you lot suspended it on that day.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I waited another 2 weeks, like I signed on as normal, and then on that Monday I went to the bank and I came in on the 7th. It's right, yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm on about is...
So you had it suspended because you weren't looking for the types of work, because you asked for whatever, and the decision maker said what you were asking was unreasonable. So therefore they said from the 17th of February, what you asked was unacceptable, so they weren't going to pay you. Yeah? So you signed on the 2nd. So at that point, for the whole of that time, they weren't going to pay you.
But I've had no letter.
You found out on the 5th, I don't send out the letters. You found out on the 5th that you hadn't got the money. So you came to see me on the 7th. When you came to see me on the 7th, I changed it. And that took it to the 9th. So that's where your 3 weeks come from. Do you fully understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So now everything changes from the 10th, which is the day after you benefit, what we call a benefit weekending. So it's always in arrears. So you signed on today from the 3rd of March to the 16th of March. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the 3rd of March to the 9th of March is still suspended because we didn't change it until the 7th, so your change doesn't come into effect until the day after your benefit weekending day, which is the 10th. So you will be due from the 10th to the 16th. But have you completed a form for looking for work today?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to the decision maker, so this money won't go out today. because the decision maker will have to make a decision as to whether you've done enough to look for work.
So in other words, I'm going to be waiting another 2 weeks again.
If they think you've done enough to look for work, then you will be paid, but you will be paid late. If they think you've not done enough to look for work, then you won't be paid. And then you'll come in on the 30th and you'll sign on as normal on the 30th.
This is wrong. That is wrong. Right, I'll tell you how I see it, right?
Right, okay.
3 weeks, right? Now, according to law, right, when you get suspended, they're not allowed to pay you for a week only, right? Now, it's been 3 weeks now. Where's that rest of that money?
Right, so where does it say that they're not
Look on the government website. It tells you everything about job seekers' claims, about what they can do and what they can't do, especially about hardship provision forms.
I have no idea about hardship provision because we don't deal with hardship. All we deal with is the labour market.
You see, now you're telling me that I've have to send that off again. So in other words, you put a stamp on it again when it's still suspended for another 2 weeks. You lot are taking the mick out of me. You're taking me for a ride.
It's not another 2 weeks. Because if you bring in your job search...
Yeah, and then it gets sent off to decision makers, so you lot say...
If you bring in your job search and it's totally acceptable, then it doesn't go to the decision maker. If you don't bring it in, then the decision maker...
And who is the decision maker? I'd like to know who this person is.
I don't know who they are. I've never met them.
Well, why? Hang on a minute. So you don't know? So are you sending them off to me? You should know who they are.
We have invoice. We don't actually know the names of the people that do it. We know where they are at the Benefit Delivery Centre, but we don't actually have the names. And they're independent people that look at the information that's given to them and they make a decision based on the information that they've got. That's why we always ask you to bring in your job search so that they have as much information as possible to help them make the decision. If you're not going to help them, then they can't help you.
Help them? As far as I'm concerned, what Bolton's told me, right, I'm not available for work.
I just had this conversation with you.
Yeah, and then Miss Lister turns around, which you actually turned around and said that I've got a piece of paper saying that I've got full hours on it. You are turning around and saying that I have requested for making minimum hours as much as possible. Yeah. So what's going on?
That is your latest job seekers agreement that I did on the 7th.
You mean, in other words, whoa, hang on a minute, hang on. You said, well, the last time I was here, you lot turned around and said it got sent out on the 8th to them.
It did, but I changed it.
You changed, exactly, you changed it with a mark and sign.
I didn't change it without your
You must have done, because if I was here from the 7th,
right, Peter, just let me get your job seekers agreement.
Yeah.
Where's your unit? Oh, here it is.
So I'm mocking me around. I've not even had no letter. The only letters I'm getting is out-of-date letters. That's the only letters I'm getting, and it's actually marked the 9th of March, but it's going back to 2010. And that's just not random mailing, that is set up by you lot.
That is the one that we did on the 7th. I haven't changed it because the date changes every time they've changed it.
They can't change. You cannot change something on a computer. I know how a computer works.
Right, Peter.
I know about computers and I know why they work, and it's only the people who input it.
I just told you I changed it when you sat here because you said I wanted going back to what it was before.
The last time I was here, you said it'd been sent out on the 8th to them.
Right.
I asked you to get in contact with Bolton, you refused.
Will you just calm down because you're getting nowhere now. You're getting absolutely nowhere.
No, I'm getting to the truth because it is the truth. I can see what you lot are doing, you're manipulating me.
Right, are you going to calm down and let me explain?
I'm going to explain.
You're just going to keep going off on one because otherwise I'm not going to speak to you. If you keep going off on one, that's it. I will terminate our conversation and I will speak to you next week when you're in a better mood. Alright? Because I'm not having it anymore. I'm not lying to you. What do I need to lie to you for? Okay? This is your job seekers agreement which I showed you when you came to see me the other day. I haven't changed it because if I change this date changes.
Which it already has.
You came to see me on the 7th.
Yeah, but listen to what I am saying to you.
Listen to what I'm saying and stop interrupting me and listen to what I'm saying rather than just keep shouting at me.
I'm not shouting at you, I'm making a point. I'm telling you how I see things.
A point quietly when I have finished explaining what I have to explain to you. Then you can ask me a question once you've listened to me. Okay? I changed that on the 7th because you asked me to put it back. Yes? Do you agree with what I'm saying to you?
I came in on the 7th and it was not dated the 7th like that.
It wasn't dated the 7th, you're right.
It was dated the 8th.
17th.
It was dated the 8th.
It was dated. How can you come to see me on the 7th of April?
Because I can.
On the 7th of March, and the date be the 8th of March. If the date and time is all built in the computer, so how could that have a day after the day you came to see me, Peter? How? Just tell me, you know how computers work.
Well,
how do you get a day after the day you come to see me on that day?
If you're saying that that date's corrected with this computer, yeah, which I already know about, and it gets updated by the internet, obviously. That would be dated today's date.
No.
Oh yes, it would. It would. Everything changes on the system. It does. The computer.
Right, okay.
I know how a computer works.
Okay. Do you want me to change that date for you? I'll show you how it's done. Do you want me to show you how it's done?
I don't need to.
I click on copy and that date changes. And it's magic.
Yeah,
okay.
It is magic, innit?
So therefore, I changed that back on the 7th. Do you want me to show you where the 8th date is that you came up with?
Yes.
Okay then. So you agree that says the 7th?
It says the 7th.
And you came in on the 7th and I changed that job seekers agreement. Yes? Yeah. You agree with that?
Yeah.
So I'm not lying to you. We've got the same story, have we?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to close that now, and I'm now going to show you the one with the 8th on. That's not that one. It's that one. And there's the 8th.
But on my main page it didn't say that because you didn't bring that one up, and I remember. I'll tell you now.
That's the page I brought up.
No,
which page did I bring up, Peter?
When I asked you, where does it say suspension on here, and you showed me, and it was not that page.
No, it's not. You're right. I'll show you that date.
No.
Is my next one in? Yeah, they're fine. I've nearly finished with Peter now. That one. That's the one where it says it's been disallowed.
Yeah, which you showed me that.
And that was done on the 28th. I set that one up on the 28th.
And that one was different because it did say the 8th, and I remember seeing it. 8th for the 3rd. It was the 8th.
It didn't say the 8th.
Listen, I work on computers.
Okay, you're right. Of course, you're always right, Peter. I've got...
I do, because I know what program I'm building them and everything. I know everything about computers and I know where they work.
That's fine. You're not going to listen to what I've got to say. So
listen.
You go and do what you've got to do.
You just
try to explain everything that's gone on.
You explain. You've just changed all my details, right? Three times now you lot have changed it.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Because we're not putting up with this. We don't.
You're not putting up with it, but you're screwing my sister. You're screwing my claim about it.
I'll tell you what. If you want to come back at 3:30, and I'll see you. But Joanne's got a next appointment in waiting downstairs.
No, well, come back at 3:30 then.
Well, come back at 3:30 and I'll see you. All right.
Yep. Thanks, Joanne.
You'll take you downstairs.
That's all. I'll make my own way downstairs. Thank you very much.
You're going downstairs anyway.
What's wrong? You think I'm going to actually hit somebody? I don't think so.
Pardon?
I'm saying you're going to think I'm going to hit somebody. I don't think so.
No, I'm going downstairs.
So I'll be back here at 3:30 then.
Come back at 3:30 and I'll see you.
Fine. Fucking pissed. Left job centre plus. Gonna attempt to stop the car and then make the view of manage to start.